Potton United. Test 1 2, testing 1 2. Three home games in, and Coventry United are on the right track, but now the Red and Greens hit the road with Potton United, the first UCL team to welcome Coventry to their neck of the woods. Potton themselves have had an excellent start to the season with 2 wins in League and Cup. One team's 100% record has to go today, but whose will it be? We'll find out together. Coventry United TV bringing you all the action from the Hallow. It's Potton United versus Coventry United. Coventry recall Lewis Hayden and Joe Smith to the starting lineup following their well-earned rest midweek. No reason to change the front three with Haddo, Carey and O'Sullivan both looking to score for a 4th consecutive game. Versatile defender Tyler Donaldson adds more depth to an already strong defensive selection. He could be set to make his United debut from the bench. Like their visitors, Potton also make a double switch with goalkeeper Sam Irish and midfielder Phil Payne coming into the side, while Liam Andrews and Ryan Schmid drop out. Chisholm Amadi and Callum Wilson, thankfully not the one you're thinking of, come into today's game as Potton's top scorers with 2 goals each. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hollow, home of Potton United Football Club. Liam Cook with you throughout the entirety of today's game. We're about to get things underway in this United Counties League Premier Division South match. Let's take you through the team news, starting with Potton. Number 1, Sam Irish. Number 2, Cole Butler. Number 3, Callum Wilson. Number 4, Luke Pyman. 5, Jack Thomas. Number 6 is Sam Willis. 7, Chisholm Amadi. Number 8 is Phil Payne. Number 9, Aaron McArdle. 10, Lauren Maxwell. And number 11, Ibrahim Kamara. And for Coventry United, they line up like this. In goal, Reece Francis. The defence consists of Joe Smith, Ben Valance, Don Perkins and Nat Kelly. In midfield 3, Lewis Hayden, captain Aaron Williams and Joe Cairns. And up front, Kyle Carey, Riley O'Sullivan and Tyler Haddo. The referee checks that we are good to go. Coventry United will kick off, heading from right to left in front of the CUTV camera in their traditional red shirts with green shorts and socks. Potton in all blue. And let's get underway. We have Coventry United blasting up from the back with Nat Kelly. Wilson beats Tyler Haddo mid-air. Here's Joe Smith back in the team after making way for Sawyer on Wednesday night. Whipped in by Carey, headed out by Willis. Hayden receives from Cairns, now over to Aaron Williams. Smith lobs it in towards O'Sullivan. With a handful of shirt of Cole Butler, but the ball's gone behind O'Sullivan. Butler will just keep that in, but Riley O'Sullivan getting stuck in with the challenge. O'Sullivan did get the final touch, and it is a Potton throw, level with their penalty area. Playing out. Wilson making the run. Joe Smith trying to meet him. It's with McArdle. Dinked in. The top scorer Amadi, but Coventry clear their lines with Carey. Awkward first touch for Joe Cairns. Takes it straight to Butler. And Joe Smith shielding the ball well from Lauren Maxwell. Blasted clear by Francis, the former Bromsgrove Sporting shot stopper. Kamara intercepted by Ben Valance. Played a part in all of Coventry United seasons in existence since 2013 when the club was formed. Crossfield pass. Wilson striding along the left-hand side, looking for Mercado, and flicked off the heel of Mercado. Valence maybe could have left that one, but decides to keep it in play out on the near side for a throw into Potton. Into the penalty area, that throw drops in a dangerous position. Mercado looked up by Hayden, collected on the left side of the penalty area by Maxwell. Down to Wilson, long ball towards the edge of the box, towering header by Kelly. Picked up in the centre by Kamara. Picks out Maxwell again, overlapping run by Wilson. Kamara, here is Wilson. Another delivery by Callum Wilson, and safe hands again by Reece Francis. He's been on incredible form recently. Francis looking for the option. Rolls it onto the deck. Play it off the floor, pushing the red and greens up the field. Now he's put under pressure by Maxwell, cleared towards Riley O'Sullivan. Brought down well by United's top scorer, but it was the meat and a Potton sandwich and the trip on Luke Pyman results in a Potton free kick. So Sam Irish, the Potton United shot stopper, lets the ball clear, his first touch on the ball. Kelly wins that aerial duel, swung upfield by Cairns, rolled up onto the chest of Thomas. Hayden. So trying to get in there, but unsuccessful. That's with Butler. Switching the play by Payne. Wilson in towards that near post and flicked towards the net by Lauren Maxwell. A very cheeky attempt off the heel, but thankfully edges wide. Well, we've had 5 minutes at the Hollow, home of Potton United. Current score: Potton 0, Coventry 0. The Battle of the Uniteds this afternoon. Substitutes making their way out to the bench. On the bench for Coventry today, Harry Sawyer, Tyler Donaldson, a new signing, young defender, very versatile. Charlie Faulkner, who was man of the match on Wednesday against G&G Oadby Town, and Ty Knight, as well as goalkeeper Chris Roscoe. Here's Kyle Carey. Over a route into the penalty area. Strong challenge from Kamara, but fair, says the referee. And that is going to be a foul. He lunge in by Maxwell, just clipping the heel of Joe Cairns. It's going to be a free kick down the eye of the net, but probably too far out for Cairns to have a go from here. So midway into Potton territory. Cairns has pulled out some special free kick finishes this season. This isn't going to be one of them. He's going to try and place it onto the head of Nat Kelly, but it's a defender's ball. Butler nods it clear, and now it's Potton on the move. A few step overs from Cole Butler, trying to trick his way past Aaron Williams. Goes behind now to Pyman. Crossfield ball fell to Carey, but Maxwell's got it back. Here's Wilson. Looking for Amadi, trying to find a teammate for that sea of red, but Coventry struggling to clear their lines. Here's Hayden. Joe Smith under pressure from Mercado, plays it along the touchline and finds Riley O'Sullivan, who was trying to flick it on for Carey. He'll take the throw-in instead, just in front of the Coventry technical area, where you'll find Luke Morton in charge today. Carey. That's a neat through ball to Riley O'Sullivan. It's up to O'Sullivan to get the opening goal of the game, and the referee, has he given the penalty? He has. It was right on the edge of the penalty area. Well, in fact, was it in or out? I think it has been given as a spot kick. It was tight, it was very tight. But the referee, I believe, has called it to be inside the area. Remember, the line counts as inside the box. And it will be Riley O'Sullivan in the 8th minute.
Oh, just missed it by 1 minute if he gets this.
To open the scoring for Coventry United, just in. Keeper guessed the right way, but it's squeezed past Irish. And O'Sullivan extends his record of scoring in consecutive games at the start of the season to 4. As penalties go, that from Riley O'Sullivan was up there, low and hard, right in the corner. And try as he might, Irish could not keep it out. Coventry United lead by 1-0. I could say that it's a bit harsh on Potton. They've had a strong start to this game. But it's goals that count. And United have swung the pendulum in their favour after 8 minutes. And our very own Harold sat next to us here at CUTV, bemoaning his luck because he had the first goal down. It's the 7th minute. It's just cost him 30 quid. And lucky for some, but lucky for every other Red and Greens fan, as Coventry United now lead with a penalty from O'Sullivan. Kelly. Powerful clearance, but straight to a blue shirt. Here's Lauren Maxwell. First touch by Amadi. Valance clears it, and I think that's going to be Irish's ball, despite the best efforts of Riley O'Sullivan chasing down the keeper. That's a Wilson. Smith gets there first, now down by Kamara, but dispossessed one-on-one by Hayden. Referee gives the free kick, tried to play the advantage. With Carey attempting to make the best of it, but was dispossessed on the right wing by Jack Thomas, resulting in a Red and Greens free kick on the halfway line. Big Dom Perkins to take it. Plays it straight back to Hayden on the right side. Plays a 1-2 with Joe Smith, playing it right back again. Stabbed to the wing by Riley O'Sullivan, but a task too far for Smith. Just getting a bit on a very fine day in Bedfordshire. The quaint town of Potton. Beautiful scenery and the perfect setting for the beautiful game. 10 minutes gone. It's a beautiful scoreline for Coventry United, leading by 1-0. Throw to be taken by Thomas. Plenty of options up there, including Lauren Maxwell. Beaten to the punch by Smith. Forced by Carey. On the volley, Haddo will go and chase. And Irish just collects on the edge of his penalty area. Judges that just right. Irish, one of the younger goalkeepers that we've come across this season. Cairns. Nudges over to Vant, some forceful play at the back. One thing you can guarantee for the Coventry United defence, they don't take any prisoners. And neither on that occasion did Lewis Hayden, barging Payne to the floor on the halfway line. Potton had themselves a free kick, and Coventry track back to set up for this delivery. Hyman and Willis standing over it. Looks like it is going to be the number 4, Luke Pyman. Launches it into the danger zone. The defender see it all the way, and Perkins clears. O'Sullivan the target, but Pyman will have another chance to deliver. McCardle, and it's Kelly who finishes that chapter for Coventry United. Launch to the right side by Wilson. Headed by Cairns, looking for O'Sullivan. United wanted a free kick. Referee says no, but it is Payne who gets the better of O'Sullivan on that occasion. Bit of head tennis going on here. Eventually ended by Payne, and Coventry had themselves a free kick. And it's Maxwell in from behind on Perkins, sending him to the floor, and I must say that is not an easy thing to do. There's demolition squads that couldn't force Perkins down. Reece Francis just asking whether United can play on or whether it is a free kick. It has been given as a free kick. Coventry continue with Smith on the right-hand side, unopposed. Lewis Hayden playing on the right of that midfield three today. Back in the squad after taking Wednesday off. Valence, the United veteran. Chipped over to Perkins by Kelly, under pressure from the number 10, Lauren Maxwell. Drilled down the right by Smith. It's Kyle Carey. He won't get there ahead of Thomas. Awkward back pass to Irish, but he's just cleared up. Hayden attempting to keep that ball in. Well, he's got the throw-in out of it. Carey slightly under hit to Joe Smith, but he's got there. He started through. Smith for the cross for Coventry United. And it's nodded across on that far side. It's gone out for a corner. No, throw-in just in that corner. It's the first of 4 consecutive away matches for Coventry United. Next time the Red and Greens at home is on Bank Holiday Monday against Rugby. What a game that is going to be. Kyle Carey launches it in, could go all the way, just over the woodwork. Irish scrambled over, but his services were not required on that occasion. Irish in the grey and lime green goalkeeper kit. He goes down the left-hand side, nodded on by Wilson. Here's Maxwell with his back to Smith. Potton looking for the breakthrough. It's launched into the area, but it was always going to be Reece Francis' ball. Maxwell doing his best to catch up to it, but the United shot stopper equal to the task. Coventry, as it stands, joint top of the United Counties League Premier Division South, the only team along with Ainsbury Rovers to win 2 games in the league this season. In fact, Potton actually beat Ainsbury in the FA Cup last week. So, mark my words, Potton are no pushovers. As it stands, the 15 minutes, Coventry United lead by 1 goal to 0. Joe Smith. Dangerous moment for Coventry United down the left-hand side of their own penalty area, but it's deflected out off Maxwell by Smith. And the next time Coventry United in action next Saturday, another long away trip at the preliminary qualification round of the Emirates FA Cup against Westfields, an old Midland Football League rival. Always throws up an interesting game. So make sure to join us live from Olpay Park next week. Live commentary of that one. Here's Butler. Across the centre. Kamara lets it run, but he's let it run straight to Carey. Poor awareness from the captain. O'Sullivan the target, but it's intercepted by Jack Thomas. Now it's Potton with the advantage. Giselle Mamadi. Wilson, lunging by Smith. Smith felt that he got the ball. The referee disagreed. No further punishment. It will be Potton United with the free kick from the left-hand corner of the penalty area. Everyone but Riley O'Sullivan back for the red and greens. Potton keeping 2 men back just in case the counter does come their way. Set pieces were Coventry United's weakness last season. Can Potton trying to exploit that? Thomas and Wilson standing over it. It is going to be Thomas. Floats it straight into the brown picket fence behind the goal. Might have to check that ball for a puncture. Plenty of power behind it from Thomas, who just couldn't keep the effort down. And now Coventry back underway with Perkins. First time pass by Hayden to Joe Smith. Trying to find the route around Mercado. Waits it right to Cairns, Williams, now Perkins. It's behind Valence, who tracks back to collect. Valence resists the challenge of Butler. Williams, now Lewis Hayden. Joe Smith, hopeful ball into the penalty area, but hopeful was the word. Successful was not, bouncing straight out. And Potton can relax again. Remember, the highlights of today's game will be available tonight on the Coventry United YouTube channel, youtube.com/Coventry United, place for all of your red and greens footage this season. There was a bit of delay on the highlights from Wednesday's game. We do apologise for that. But those highlights are online now if you want to go and check out the goals from the 3-0 victory over Oadby Town, which currently put Coventry United at joint top of the UCL Premier Division South. Throwing just shy of the halfway line to be taken by Jack Thomas. Straight onto the boot of Joe Smith, but Smith can't clear his lines. Poor control by Mercado, blasted clear. Oh, and Luke Irish. Sorry, Sam Irish, I should say. Nodding the ball nearly into his own net. He saw the long ball coming from the back. And outside his penalty area, Irish took a chance, tried to head the ball away, but the ball went behind him and came within inches of heading into his own net. Cairns with the delivery. Just over the woodwork. I think it was Tyler Haddo who got his head on that. Haddo was besotted with chances on Wednesday night against Oadby. Only got the 1 goal and he could have had about 5. But like Riley O'Sullivan came into today's game having scored in all 3 of United's opening games. Riley O'Sullivan has took that one to the next level, scoring in his 4th. Bit of a rivalry going on between O'Sullivan and Haddo for the United top scorer position. It now stands with O'Sullivan with 5. That is including the FA Cup game against Worcester. Valence spots Haddo out wide, and Haddo dispossessed. Hooked up line. And now it's with Butler. An unfortunate stumble by Kelly opens the door. Butler with a chance for the cross, and a great save by Reece Francis after the effort by Amadi. Blocked by the chest of the Coventry United shot stopper. Potton's best chance by far in the opening 20 minutes. And they came ever so close to pegging Coventry United back after that early penalty. I was talking to a few of the Potton fans before the game who said this game was going to be an interesting one. Potton, like Coventry United, unbeaten. They've only played 2 games, including their FA Cup victory over Ainsbury. Both teams coming into this match winning all of their fixtures thus far. Of course, it is very early days. Not even out of August yet. Not even into mid-August yet. And clear foul from Joe Cairns. Maybe he was just trying to give Cole Butler a hug, but I doubt it. Got a bit handsy with the Potton fullback. So it's going to be Pyman. In fact, Pyman's going to leave it for Callum Wilson. And Wilson spots Pyman in acres of space on this right-hand side. O'Sullivan charges in to make the block. Brilliant defending from O'Sullivan. You have to ask who was picking up Pyman on that right-hand side. You had the freedom of Potton until O'Sullivan roared in. So a long throw to come from the Potton centre-back, Jack Thomas. Potton centre to Rory Delap, launches it in. Francis there in the near post, gets a punch to it. Thomas drills it low, doesn't beat Cairns. Clearance by Carey, blocked. United not out of the woods yet. Here's Hayden, nodded on to O'Sullivan, who was dragged down. Coventry United given the free kick for the infringement by Phil Payne. The dulcet tones of United board member Alan Ward, you can hear there. Balance blasts that ball off the leg of Butler. Another Coventry United throw in. Balance to Nat Kelly, former Worcester City man, moving impression since his move to United after an impressive trial period in the summer. Reece Francis has probably been the most impressive player of the season for Coventry United, but that clearance from the back was less than impressive, I should say, as it flies out on the far side of the field. 25 minutes gone at the Hollow. Coventry United 1, Potton United 0, but Potton are pressing Coventry. Since that goal from Riley O'Sullivan, it really has been all Potton. And let's see if the home side can muster up an equaliser here. Williams Woods in the air, but there's Amadi bringing it back to Potton within the confines of the penalty area, looking for the room to cross, gets the cross away, and a crucial header at the far post by Joe Smith to deny Lauren Maxwell the opportunity to head home. Well, 20 minutes of the first half to go, including the stoppages at the end of the first half. We're taking a short break on CUTV, so we're going off there for about 10 minutes. And don't forget, the highlights of this game will be available tonight on the Coventry United TV YouTube channel. Taken short by Wilson. Here's the captain, Kamara, twisting and turning away from Valence. Kamara, one-on-one with Valence. It's a duel that Valence wins at the expense of another Coventry United conceded corner. United's 100% record be maintained. By the time we get to Hereford, as it stands, yes, as Mercado nods it over the woodwork at the far post following that Potton corner. Perkins strides away from the back. Here's Joe Smith. Coventry have rarely been outside their half of the field in the last 10 minutes. Pass blocked off. Coventry have another throw in. Smith taking a few yards more than he should have. The throw over Haddo's head. Sent high into the sky by Thomas. Haddo trying to bring it down. The two Potton players getting in each other's way there. Thomas and Wilson. And United have been penalised there. I think Riley O'Sullivan getting stuck in on that occasion. Well, it's not just match day for Coventry United today, it's match day across the entire footballing nation. We'll try and keep up to date with the latest goings on in the professional leagues as the day goes on. And the offside flag raised against Mercado. And it's a good job as Mercado and Perkins went tumbling down when the flag was raised. Not sure which way it would have gone. A reminder of the final score from the game at Old Trafford earlier on. Manchester United 5, Leeds United 1. A hat-trick from Bruno Fernandes wrapping up the opening day victory for the Red Devils. As Perkins has taken a knock in that exchange with Mercado. The United subs go for a warm-up. They can score from Oakwell, Barnsley 0, Coventry City 0. So the Sky Blues all even. First score for the Championship also, Peterborough 2, Derby 1. A gutsy display from Derby, but 2 injury time goals from Burrows and Dembele. The 91st and 100th minutes, snatching the win away from Wayne Rooney's team. Let's take through the next couple of fixtures for Coventry United while Perkins is being attended to. So again, Saturday's the FA Cup game against Westfields. Then the following Tuesday, it's a trip to Harborough Town. Saturday the 28th, it's Newport Pagnell away, so not too far of a journey for Coventry United, just the other side of Warwick. And of course on the 30th, the Bank Holiday Monday final game of August for the Red and Greens. That is at home to Rugby Town. And spoiler alert, Coventry United have never beaten Rugby at the Butts Park Arena. So that will be a tough test for Coventry United, and Potton regrouping with an impromptu team talk in front of the home dugout. The squad talking things through. They find themselves 1-0 down after half an hour of play, thanks to a Riley O'Sullivan penalty. In all honesty, apart from that, Coventry haven't really put goalkeeper Sam Irish under that much pressure. It's definitely been Reece Francis who's had the more to deal with. And the Coventry United defenders have been rather busy. It's their credit. It's Irish away. Strong header by Smith. O'Sullivan will give chase. Hooked out on this near side by Sam Willis. Vance's header. Wants the free kick. It's kept in rather well by Joe Cairns. That will be a free kick as Butler clips the heels of Joe Cairns. And Coventry United, at the second time asking, do get themselves a free kick, taken well out of position by Ben Valance, it must be said. The referee says it has to be taken on the halfway line, taken short by Perkins. Now Carl Carey could cut in and caught by the outstretched leg of Butler again. The second foul that Butler was given away in the space of a minute. And the referee is going to have a word with Butler. Possibly a final warning before a card. Although United haven't been as dominant as they have in previous games, they do have the advantage on the score sheet. Riley O'Sullivan with an 8th minute penalty. And it will be Joe Cairns, and this could be a shooting position. He also has a line of red shirts and a line of blue ones on the edge of the penalty area waiting for this delivery. Here's Cairns through to Riley O'Sullivan. blasted away and nearly taking out the cricket stumps in the next field. And it's clear to see why that man is playing cricket rather than football. That's more like it. It looks like they're playing Flintstones-themed cricket behind the goal. I don't know whether they're using cricket bats or clubs. Thankfully, it looks like bats. We do know that gentleman wasn't wearing his football shoes. Riley O'Sullivan out-muscling Callum Wilson. And now O'Sullivan looking to take advantage, shoulder to shoulder with Kamara. Wilson recomposes himself and slides in at the expense of a throw, level with the penalty area. Has that little break, giving Coventry United the chance to regroup, push on in an attempt to double this advantage. Low cross aimed towards Haddo. No challenge for Thomas. Williams trying to keep the move alive, but now it's with the skipper Ibrahim Kamara. And Hayden a little too forceful for the referee's liking, bringing down Kamara. So again, we're taking a short break at half-time for 10 minutes. So be aware of that. There's Potton, ready with the free kick just inside their own half. It is Thomas to launch it in. Reece Francis calling for it. Nat Kelly ducks. And Francis taking his time and picking up that ball. Maybe Coventry just want to get to the break. There. Team talk. See this 1-0 advantage through. I don't think this is the sort of game where 1-0 will be enough, so Coventry could do with getting themselves a second. Haddo downline to Valence, and lunging with a challenge was Butler. Actually sent it out off Valence. Very well played by the Potton fullback. Just 10 minutes to go until the break, and again Coventry United leading after that Riley O'Sullivan penalty. Reece Francis has had to make one very good save, blocking a shot of his chest. While Coventry don't have the throw, they do have the capability of boxing Potton in to try and win this ball back. And that throw never actually entered the field of play, so it's going to have to be retaken. There goes the throw from Thomas. Haddo caught, he's gone down holding his foot. Referee motions, it's a throw-in only. Haddo trying to compose himself. It did look like a bit of a stingy one. Maybe just caught his toe. Haddo's going to have to warp that off as Potton ready to get in the way again with Thomas. Ball in hand. Cairns nods it up. Can he bring it down? No, he can't. It's Ibrahim Kamara rolls it to the left, and Joe Smith beating Callum Wilson to it. Like an Olympic sprinter when he wants to be, Smith. That's not a half bad ball upfield as well to put Potton under some pressure. And Thomas taking no risks, hooking it out for a Coventry United throw. Smith. Arm being held by Kamara. And forced to the ground in rather hefty fashion, but it's all the way back now with the red and greens. Potton clearing their lines for now. Francis. Now Valence. Strolling forward unopposed. Now he's got McCardle for company. Kills it towards that left-hand side. I don't think the whole ball's gone out. In fact, well, the referee feels it has. I think some of it was just on the line. Latest scores from the Premier League. Burnley 1, Brighton 0. Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 0, Everton 0, Southampton 1, Leicester 0, Wolves 0, and Watford 1, Aston Villa 0. Once again in the Championship, Coventry City still drawing 0-0 at Barnsley. And the defender headed that straight into the path of Riley O'Sullivan. United want a second penalty. If anything, that actually looked more of a penalty than the first one. The push into the back of O'Sullivan, who has stayed down. United a man down him. They've got a defence that's launched over the bar by Amadi. And O'Sullivan sees in some discomfort. You have to question there, should the referee have blown the whistle? I have to say, I do believe that was a penalty. And O'Sullivan in need of medical attention. Dan White, the physio, sprinting over. So another impromptu team talk for both teams. In terms of substitutes for Coventry United, attacking wise, best bet is probably to put Tyler Hadder into a central location and bring Charlie Faulkner on. If O'Sullivan can't continue, it looks like a problem with the arm, maybe including the shoulder. So an awkward landing for Riley O'Sullivan. So the full bench of Coventry United is Chris Roscoe, Harry Sawyer, Tyler Donaldson, Charlie Faulkner and Ty Knight. If O'Sullivan is unable to continue, would say Faulkner or potentially Knight would be the better options. Well, Faulkner actually provided a faultless performance on Wednesday night against Oadby, playing in a central midfield role. He really can play anywhere, Faulkner. That was his first start since his move from Coventry Spinks in November. And Ty Knight is going for a warm-up. Faulkner 2. Referee just checking that O'Sullivan is okay, as is Dan White. It looks like it was more of an issue with the shoulder rather than the arm. O'Sullivan, I think, is going to continue. 5 minutes to go until half-time at the Hollow in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Potton United 0, Coventry United 1, the current score. And it was O'Sullivan who got the goal from a penalty. Arguably could have had a second a couple of minutes ago. The referee keeping that whistle in his pocket. And United assistant manager Luke Morton asking the referee for a second opinion. As we get set to restart with a goal kick from Reece Francis. Into the final 5 minutes of normal time. Sullivan on his feet, raring to go on the touchline. Return to the field once the referee gives him the go-ahead. Launched away by Francis. Flicked on by the head of Tyler Haddo. Would have been perfect for O'Sullivan if he was on the pitch, but only as far as Thomas. Amadi the target. Beaten mid-air by the towering force that is Nat Kelly. Cairns is running into a sea of blue, but it's lovely chip to Kyle Carey. Just curls it wide at the post. Irish, who's had the odd dodgy moment in the first half. Ready to clear his lines again. United don't want to lose this 1-0 lead heading into the break. Off the volley, Hayden doesn't quite get the power behind it, but well judged by Riley O'Sullivan. In fact, no, the referee's given a free kick. I must say the ref has been very whistle happy when it comes to both teams today, not allowing the game to flow as other officials have this season. Seems whether you're in a blue shirt or a red shirt, the slightest touch will result in a free kick, of course, except for that penalty incident we saw a couple of minutes ago. That's into the penalty area. Perkins nods it to Hayden, who should clear to safety and does. Thomas keeps it alive. McCardle couldn't bring it to feet. Coventry throw halfway into their own territory. It's 2 minutes plus stoppages, and there have been a few of them. I'd say there'll be probably 3 minutes of added time. Amadi looking for Maxwell, and Kelly wants to swing with the boot later, and it's nearly in another country. Can O'Sullivan judge that bounce? No, he can't. Cleared by Willis. And the offside flag raised against Amadi. The highlights of today's game will be available this evening on Coventry United TV's YouTube channel, so keep an eye out tonight. Smith receives from the free kick. No drive towards the box, swing and a miss by Thomas, but thankfully for Potton, Willis was there to pick up the pieces. And Willis again beating Haddo mid-air as United try again. Here's Valance down the left-hand side. O'Sullivan edges around Pyman. And the slide in on O'Sullivan. Valance able to pick it up and return to the United top scorer with a cross straight into the grateful grasp of Irish at the near post. And that is normal time done and dusted into the stoppages. Irish down the centre of the park. Smith blocks off Maxwell. Perkins with the header. Cairns. There's plenty of open space on this near side of the field. Valance able to outpace the fullback Butler. And find O'Sullivan on the right. Looks like Haddo playing more centrally now. O'Sullivan and Pyman with their hands all over each other. It was Pyman who went to the ground and O'Sullivan who was penalised. And Potton trying to be a little cheeky there, taking a few yards more than they should with that free kick. The referee, to his credit, has been consistent on that basis. Launched away by Irish. Down the right flank. Maxwell beats Valance to it, but a strong volley away by Nat Kelly. O'Sullivan couldn't control and Payne brings it back. Butler. Ducks past Valance. But that's a great ball, but offside. The flag raised against Chisholm Amadi. Well, Potton have been pressuring United for a good portion of this first half. That dominance seems to have become more balanced in the last 10 minutes or so. They'll be disappointed if they go into this half-time break behind. Kamara beats Hayden. Maybe one more opportunity for Potton, but Smith first the loose ball and Reece Francis, no mistakes. Cushion header by Cairns. Butler nearly collected. That would have been a dangerous situation for Coventry United. Now Riley O'Sullivan. Handball claims against O'Sullivan is going against Willis. How on earth has Riley O'Sullivan scored from there? The tightest of tight angles. Riley O'Sullivan beating the defender, rounding the goalkeeper. And celebrating in front of the Potton management. This young lad never ceases to amaze me. Riley O'Sullivan, goal number 6. What a start of the season it's been for O'Sullivan. No wonder he's had interest. How many strikers would even attempt a strike with an angle as tight as that, let alone hit the target? Any other striker, It may amaze me, may surprise me. Riley O'Sullivan, it just comes natural. And Coventry United now have a 2-goal lead, 3 minutes of added time gone, and Potton have desperately trying to get one back before the break. And they've been given the advantage now, heading into the penalty area, and the referee has given the free kick now as the shot was deflected out. He's called back for the free kick. And after 3 minutes of added time, surely this is Potton's last chance. Reece Francis directing traffic. United with one more move to defend, and in fact the referee has given the corner rather than the free kick, and it's taken short, so Callum Wilson one-on-one with Cairns, got blasted against the back of Hayden, kept in by Cairns, but the referee gives the free kick against Cairns for forcing Butler over. Cairns a bit too eager to get away. So into a 5th minute of added time. And Potton trying to cut that deficit back to 1, give themselves something to fight for in the second half. Header up by Haddo. Still very much in the danger zone. Not anymore thanks to Nat Kelly's a faultless game. Kelly couldn't control that powerful ball. Butler rounds Valance, but allows Carey onto the loose ball. Back up the other end. Payne loses out to Tyler Haddo. And the referee has given it in favour of Potton. It looked like it was a Coventry United ball there. Haddo seemingly played it off Payne. And he's had a bit of a dodgy game, the referee. It's definitely been a mixed bag, though. There's been decisions that Potton haven't been happy with. There's been decisions that United haven't been happy with. Now darting towards the centre circle is Thomas. Great block by Cairns. And the referee calls for half-time. Coventry United taking the lead in just their 8th minute with a Riley O'Sullivan penalty. Could have had a second later in the game, but managed to repel some pretty stern Potton pressure. And Riley O'Sullivan from the tightest of angles, making it 2-0 just before the break. Questions to be asked of the referee from both teams, but the half-time score is Potton United 0, Coventry United 2. Well, that's us done for the first half here on CUTV. We're going to take a short break now on YouTube. We'll return for the second half as Don Perkins is having a stern word with the referee. And we'll pick up on this for the second half, starting in around 10 minutes on CUTV. Don't go anywhere. Come on, United! There we go. We are back on Coventry United TV with Liam Cook for the second half of this UCL Premier Division South match. Half-time score is Coventry United 2, Potton United 0. Both goals coming from Riley O'Sullivan at either end of the half. Unfortunate mishap on this near side for Callum Wilson for Potton, just stumbling at the wrong time after that crossfield ball. Ball in the hands of Joe Smith. Cushion back by Hayden. It's taking a little touch on the way out off Chisholm Amadi. Coventry United had the throw. Joe Cairns in the midfield. Long-field ball for Kyle Carey, Wayward. And that'll be a throw deep into Potton's half of the field. And by the way, leg to score from Oakwell. There was a late goal in the first half in the championship, and Coventry City now losing by 1-0. So Barnsley 1 up in that game, and Joe Smith ensures that ball is not coming back anytime soon. So the throw to come for Potton, a dangerous area. It was actually Freezer who scored the goal for Barnsley in the 39th minute. In fact, we have got the ball back now. Someone's gone to fetch it very kindly. Here goes the throw from Thomas. And nodded out for a corner. Referee feels that Aaron Williams was the last man to get a touch on that ball. Williams firmly disreputes that decision. If you're enjoying today's coverage, make sure to hit the like button if you are. It's Butler with the corner. And another corner kick. Francis just getting there ahead of Chisholm Amadi, the joint top scorer for Potton United. Scored 2 goals in the opening 2 games, level with left back Callum Wilson. He had the same goal scoring pedigree as his namesake. And again by Butler, flicked on by Camera, and it just deflected out off the body of Amadi. And disappointing end to a promising move. And Chris Roscoe, I think, just giving Reece Francis a cap for the sun. Sun is getting a bit low. Maybe something that Francis will need later. Crossfield ball by Valance. Here's Joe Smith. Looking for O'Sullivan, but beaten to the punch by Wilson. Hayden to Smith again at right back. Here's Don Perkins. Thumps it towards the centre circle. Payne brings it down. Hayden. A bit of a body check from Kamara. And no subs at half time. A reminder of the team news for Potton. It's Irish, Butler, Wilson, Pyman, Thomas, Willis, Amadi, Payne, McArdle, Maxwell and Kamara. For Coventry, it's Francis, Smith, Valance, Williams, Kelly, Perkins, Cairns, Hayden, O'Sullivan, Carey and Haddo. Free kick by Francis, nodded away. Joe Cairns forcibly retrieving the ball from McArdle. And Aaron Williams, we know he's got a long shot on him. Not a bad effort by any means. Irish able to stop the shot with the initial save and then pick it up the second time around. 5 minutes have already elapsed in the second half here on CUTV. Potton 0, Coventry 2. Both goals from Riley O'Sullivan. Now O'Sullivan leaving that ball, hoping it would find him. Unsuccessful, and a successful attempt from Callum Wilson, driving one low and hard from distance. Crucially off target, dragging it wide to the right. Westfield's the next stop for Coventry United. Also, we want to say a massive shout out to coachleasing.com for arranging our fantastic coach for today's trip to Potton. And also a lovely breakfast at the New Albany pub as well, where we will be hosting our post-match hospitality. So if you couldn't make the trip to Potton, but you want to celebrate or commiserate with Coventry United, depending on what the scoreline is, then meet us at the Albany, and we'll be back for about 7 o'clock. Thomas chips it to the right flank. Francis thought about coming forward. McArdle pressuring Kelly all the way, but Kelly shepherds it into touch. He's had a great game so far. read out some of your comments shortly. Anything to say about the game or the coverage, or just want to get something off your chest, just let us know in the comment section. Please do keep it clean. Cairns receives from Williams. Beautiful curling ball to find Joe Smith in space on the right hand side, and can Smith utilise his space, driving up the right, looking for the cross, and runs straight into Callum Wilson, who slides it out for a throw in. In fact, it's been given us a goal kick. Looks like he's actually played it out after the United man. Smith calling for it. Smith wins it. Over to the other Joe Cairns, but he can't maintain possession. Great through ball, and this could be the moment for Potton to drag one back. And somehow United able to avert disaster. Turned away by the hands of Reece Francis. Dangerous situation for the Red and Greens. After the driving run from Luke Pyman. Francis punches. Bounces not to the edge of the penalty area, but still very much in the danger zone with Butler. Squares it. Williams able to turn away from the goal. Smith, Hayden, United still can't quite clear their lines. Here's Valance with Maxwell all over him. Aaron Williams in his own penalty area. United in deep trouble here, and Maxwell with Williams between his legs. I think United have been given the free kick, or is it going to be a drop ball? No, it has been given to Coventry United. Williams has gone down injured. Well, Williams trying to maintain possession any way he could, keeping the ball between his legs, but between the legs of Maxwell was Aaron Williams. I want to say hello to Dominic Lane, Coventry United player, made his first appearance for the club, first competitive appearance for the club in almost 2 years on Wednesday. Great to see Don back. He's listening from home. Charlie Shaw says, "I love you, Leon." That's the first time I've heard that for a long time. Lee Williams backing Kyle Carey today. It's through for Ronnie O'Sullivan, not quite on the edge of the area. There was Irish to collect. Callum asks, what's the score? Score is currently Potton United 0, Coventry United 2. Maxwell dancing through the Red Sea of midfield Coventry United players, but eventually he is dispossessed. I think Perkins doing the honours on that one. And Valance just judging that back pass right, and Reece Francis clears his lines. Potton putting Coventry United under a ton of pressure in the early going. This time it's going to be a free kick to Potton on the halfway line towards the right side of the field. Now, by the way, the account that says Lee Williams on the comment section is actually Carl Carey's mum. So I'm trying to bring that one down only as far as Kamara, the Potton captain, but in goes Cairns. He's taken one on the ankle. But Coventry will continue with Tyler Haddo on the left-hand side, promising position. Haddo curls one towards Irish. It's wide at the near post. And Joe Cairns is going to need some attention now. Okay, make sure to hit the like button if you are enjoying today's coverage. It could be time for the first Coventry United substitution of the match. You can see Ty Knight going for a warm-up. Couple of, well, 3 Potton players jogging along the touchline now, and I would say it is Potton who need an injection of fresh legs to try and bring themselves back into this. That late goal from Riley O'Sullivan in the first half. I still have no idea how he scored it. It seems to have put Potton on the back foot. They have come out fighting after the half-time break. Cairns trudges off the field for now. Hopefully see him back in action soon. Cairns immediately wants back in. Referee says, get on in here, let's get going again. Kick from Irish, immediately headed out by Valance. Payne, and there's Carey from behind, snatching the ball right from under Payne's nose. Who's got the throw on that occasion? It's a Coventry throw. As Carey trying to shepherd it into touch. Chest control by Hayden. Avoids Butler, who is on a final warning from the ref. Haddo. Shields well, drilled towards Kyle Carey by Valance. Carey ducking and diving in. Barged over, referee again and moved. That's the second penalty appeal Coventry United have had waved away. Well, that one, I don't know if it was as clear-cut as the previous appeal. Carey's still unhappy, but he's got to get himself on side so he can get back in the action as the ball is coming this way again. Kamara takes advantage of the stumble by Cairns. Amadi, cannons off Smith. And that's going to be a Potton throw just inside United territory on the left-hand side. And Potton are preparing a change here. I'll let you know who is coming on soon to see the shirt number. United just a little sloppy with their passing in the midfield. Valance with a challenge from behind on Butler, but an aimless ball down the centre. Straight back to Irish between the sticks. Carl Bosworth says, come on, Kyle, score a goal. He was close, he was getting ready to strike one. And he was barged over from the side. So you've seen instances like that being given as a penalty. Smith. United playing it safe, playing from the back. Here's Williams, curls it up to Kyle Carey. O'Sullivan making the overlap. Through ball to Riley O'Sullivan. The two number 9s going head to head here with McCardle and O'Sullivan. Tried to find Tyler Haddo. It's played back into Potton hands by Pyman. Perkins well on the ground trying to avert the ball to a Coventry United player. Haddo stretches he might, couldn't quite divert it away from Amadi. Amadi's low ball and Reece Francis comes out to collect with McCardle waiting at the far post. Launched away by Reece Francis. In the air by Willis. Cairns snatches it away from Payne. Caught in that exchange. No real appeals. He loses out. Cushioned over to the left. And it's with Callum Wilson. Lauren Maxwell. Wilson trying to return to Maxwell. And a great slide by Joe Cairns to divert the ball away from the Potton number 10. Here's Smith again. Williams. Joe Smith. Long ball towards Riley O'Sullivan. Brings it down well under the pressure from behind from Sam Willis. Haddo. Now Carey. Looking for a third for Coventry United. Stays on his feet that time when he was sandwiched between the two Potton defenders. Hayden's cross. Nodded away by the first man, but Cairns on the volley. Well held. He's no stranger to scoring from long ranges. Joe Cairns, but Sam Irish stands firm and the offside flag raised immediately against Lauren Maxwell. United chairman Joe Haggerty giving his support on the far side of the field with other members of the Coventry United family. Coventry have Again, edged back into this game at the dominant start of the second half by Potton. It is Potton, of course, who have to do the chasing. United with a 2-goal advantage. Looking to extend that as Vance heads it into the box. Header by Willis, kept in by Cairns. Past Butler. Cairns in towards Tyler Hallow. Crucial header by Jack Thomas, keeping it away from the head of the local lad. Kamara. Going to open up some space. Williams, brilliant play, just stroking it to Hayden. Now Carey, sprinting through the centre, looking to play the perfect through ball to O'Sullivan. Couldn't quite execute it as Butler flicks it over. Oh, wow! Excellent skill by Butler. Flicks it over Carey, around Valance, and he's still got the ball. Now down line to Pyman. Payne. Switches the play over to Callum Wilson at left back. Lobbed into the box. Maxwell knocked it on too close to Reece Francis. United yet to concede a league goal this season. But as it stands, on course to maintain that record. The only goal they've conceded this season so far was in the FA Cup, scored by Archie Muirhead of Worcester City. Hayden. Promising ball to Tyler Haddow. Will he get there ahead of Irish? He did. But the presence of Irish meant that Haddow had to go around, and that meant he couldn't quite get to the ball before it headed out of play. And a substitution coming now for Potton United. It's so long and farewell to Phil Payne. He's replaced by number 14, Joe Gouge. Kamara on the halfway line for Potton. Maxwell. Valance sticks the foot in and takes it away from Butler. Joe Cairns lofting it over the back line. Tyler Haddow now trying to loop it over the goalkeeper. It's heading wide. And Thomas lets it go. Great vision and execution by Cairns to find Tyler Haddow. Haddow lifted it over the goalkeeper. Couldn't quite hit the mark. Butler. Dispossessed by Kyle Carey. The referee has given a free kick as Carey just completes the crossbar challenge. Slightly harsh on Kyle Carey, I have to think. The referee not allowing any sort of physicality in this match for either team. I think he's forgetting that football is a contact sport. Carl Bosworth also not happy with the referee's decisions. Jack Thomas towards the edge of the area. Mercado, a tame header straight to Francis, who waits a couple more seconds before Gouge closes in, and Francis then decides to collect the ball. Well, the second half blessed by chances so far. 20 minutes into it, just 25 minutes of play to go. Make sure to let us know who you think is worthy of our CUTV Man of the Match award in the comment section and on YouTube. Haddow brings it down. O'Sullivan alongside. Riley O'Sullivan for the hat-trick. Blocked up by, I believe it was Thomas. And Thomas has gone down with what appears to be a head injury. O'Sullivan trying to make sure the defender is okay. And the Potton medical staff on hand very quickly. Let's take you through some current scores in the professional leagues while we have this short stoppage. So in the Premier League, Burnley 1, Brighton 0, Chelsea 3, Crystal Palace 0, Everton 1, Southampton 1, Leicester 1, Wolves 0, and Watford 3, Aston Villa 0. That money doesn't seem to be doing the job for Villa in the opening game, and I can confirm that Coventry City is still losing at Barnsley. During the 39th minute from Dominic Freezer, the difference between the Tykes and the Sky Blues, and the difference between Potton and Coventry in the Battle of the Uniteds today at the Hollow. The difference is a young striker named Riley O'Sullivan, 2 goals for the talismanic Coventry United striker. I'm pleased to report that Thomas is okay and just heads off the field for a brief moment before being allowed back on to the field by the referee. It is going to be a drop ball situation. Now, no foul given against either player. Thomas going in for the challenge on Riley O'Sullivan just as O'Sullivan was getting ready to strike. So the drop ball, I think, is going to be played back to Irish, the goalkeeper. Indeed it is. Sam Irish gets us back underway. Smith calls for it off the shoulder of McArdle. And Perkins just shields the ball back to Francis. And just as soon as we've ended one injury stoppage, another one begins as Chisholm Amadi has been caught on the head, I believe by Joe Smith, as he attempted to win that aerial battle. Highlights of today's game will be available on YouTube tonight. youtube.com/Coventry United is the place to find all of your Coventry United men's footage. Of course, CUTV now no longer affiliated with the ladies' side. Of course, we do wish them all the best. Backing away with Francis O'Sullivan. Beaten mid-air by Willis, but the seconds have fallen to Hayden. Kamara in from the side, takes Hayden off his stride. Kamara to Wilson, rolls up onto the chest of Amadi. Chisholm Amadi, pass Kamara. Thomas launches it through the centre cushion, down by Gouge. Now it's with Butler. Looking for options. That's not the one that he wanted to pick out. It's gone straight out of play for the goal kick, hoping to match the run of McArdle. But the United defenders able to ensure that ball was heading out of play. One change already made by Potton in this second half. That saw Payne leave the field to be replaced by Gouge. For Coventry, no subs made yet. They have sent a couple of players on the touchline. Valance. Maybe could have got a free kick there, received a bit of a shove in the afters from Maxwell and Thomas. Potton are going to have to do a lot better than that to get back into this match. Hopeful long strikes are all that they've been able to muster in this second half. It's clearly not working. The Coventry United defenders doing their job and keeping Potton at bay. We're into the final quarter of this match now. Charlie Faulkner's been warming up the touchline for a minute or so. Could we see the local lad come on for another red and green's appearance? He looks likely. He's getting ready, getting the shin pads on. So Faulkner set to be United's first change of the afternoon. He'll have to wait until after this move though, as Haddo flicks it into the area for Joe Cairns. Doesn't get there in time, hooked out by Willis. But United always look dangerous on the attack. Potton wanted to get this game up and running as quickly as possible. They've only got 20 minutes to back themselves 2 goals to take something out of this match. As it stands, their 100% record is coming to an end, but of course it's only been 2 games. Very early days at the start of the United County season. Valance on the side trying to dispossess Butler, and that's what Coventry United have done. It's Kyle Carey heading in from the left. Dragged down, the referee has given the free kick, I believe, on the edge of the area. Indeed he has, a drag on the arm of Kyle Carey and O'Sullivan. Fighting for the honour of his teammates. Kev Yeru says, come on, my nephew, Riley O'Sullivan, get a third goal, bro. Proud of you, fam. I think that's how the kids speak these days. I'm up with the lingo. Free kick from the left. Joe Cairns standing over it. Kyle Carey behind him. United not pushing too many up. 3 men back. Haddo, Hayden and O'Sullivan ready to pounce, as is Nat Kelly. It's Cairns. Nodded over the sea of blue and red by the first offender. I believe it was Willis. And a throw in on this near side with the red and green. It's gone all the way through. Smith. Appeals of a foul throw. It's whatever the case. Hayden couldn't maintain possession. Perkins with his hands all over Maxwell. Maxwell doing very well to avoid not only Perkins, not only Smith, but Aaron Williams too. But Williams has taken a blow to the head. It looks like a whack to the nose. It has been a very stop-start second half. Well, glad to report that there are no lasting effects for Aaron Williams. He's up and raring to go. The drop ball to come. And it falls to the feet of Jack Thomas, who just strolls past Haddo. A goal for United here could really put them back in the game, but it's Coventry United now looking to drag themselves even further clear of danger. But Haddo trying to curl the ball around Willis to meet Riley O'Sullivan, who in acres of space on the edge of the area, but just couldn't quite edge it around the defender. 17 minutes of play remaining at the Hollow, home of Potton United. Current score, Potton 0, Coventry United 2. United have scored 3 goals or more in their opening 3 matches of the season. Smith with the throw, and again that short throw didn't quite work out, but O'Sullivan has managed to retrieve it, and a slide in by Williams. Sorry, Wilson I should say. There's a Coventry United throw in virtually the same position. And there is going to be a substitution for Coventry United, as we thought it is. Charlie Faulkner heading on. And leaving the field is Lewis Hayden. Hayden's 3rd start for Coventry United after his summer move. On Wednesday, Hayden's place in the central 3 was taken by Faulkner, who more often than not is an attacker. He was playing out wide or as a striker. And Hayden getting the hurry up from the ref. I dare say Faulkner will be a little quicker in getting on the field than Hayden is leaving it. And yeah, I was proved right. Not right about many things this season, but that's one of them.
Say that again.
Cairns, loses out. And what a slide by Aaron Williams on his opposite number 4, O'Sullivan. That's the offside flag raised against O'Sullivan. Carey runs it out on that far side. 15 minutes to go. Can Coventry United extend their stay at the top of the table? Along with Ainsbury, one of only 2 teams to win their opening 2 games. And Perkins and Maxwell in a prolonged embrace, shall we say. Potter continue. Amadi wanting a free kick on the edge of the area, tripped by Kelly. Referee says no. Smith. It's returned to Kamara. Kamara couldn't stretch far enough to keep within the confines of the field. taking a while to get the ball back. Smith launches upfield from the throw. Haddo just jumps a little too early. O'Sullivan to the second. Haddo takes it over. Straight into the path of McArdle. And there's Faulkner from behind. Couldn't take the ball with him. Straight into Williams. McArdle disappointing. Perkins. Out comes Irish, and that header is a lot more successful than the last one he attempted. But given away cheaply by McArdle to Faulkner. O'Sullivan in no hurry. O'Sullivan drags it away from Wilson. Towards that far post is Carey, thinking about it on the volley. Takes it past the defender, but too close to Willis. And the lunge in by Faulkner allows Carey onto it. And that strike from Carl Carey hitting McArdle in the face. Well, the latest score we heard from Amesbury was that it was still 0-0 in their game, so at present Coventry will be top of the table on their own if things stay as they are. Kamara tried to pirouette around Faulkner. Faulkner on the slide. Referee with a decision to make and says no as he's charged over by Smith. Both sides with big decisions not going their way. Here's Kyle Carey, it's 2 against 1. Haddo to his left. Cuts it across for Tyler Haddo. Heavy first touch straight at the keeper. Awkward touch by Haddo, really snatching the chance away from him. Valance. And near diverted into his own net by Thomas, but he's got away with that one. It's going to be a corner. United waiting to bring on another player, perhaps. I think that's just Lewis Hayden, who hasn't put his kit back on. I'm trying to find out the current score from the Amesbury game, but neither Buckbrook nor Amesbury putting up Twitter updates, but as far as we know, it's 0-0. It wasn't half-time. Cairns. It's gone all the way through! A hopeful delivery pings it off the post. And Cairns scores his second goal in the space of 4 days. Well, didn't we say earlier, he is not afraid of long-range strikes. Took a few chances in pre-season, they paid off. He took a chance today, and that definitely paid off. And for the 4th straight game, Coventry United have bagged themselves 3 goals. And Reece Francis is less than pleased with the referee. Aaron Williams too. I must say I didn't see what happened. It wasn't caught on the CUTV camera. We're too busy filming Joe Cairns with the goal. Coventry players surrounding the ref. I must say I'm not entirely sure what has happened and what the referee is trying to figure out. And Valance, Kelly and Williams standing around the ref who has got his book out. Wait to see what is... Odd display there. I don't think the referee's given any punishment out. entirely sure what happened there, but what I am sure is that Coventry United now lead by 3-0. Joe Cairns with the strike, pinging in off the far post. And then a mystery development involving the referee and Aaron Williams. Again, not entirely sure what happened. I don't think anyone is, but Coventry United are on the way to a 4th straight win. For the 4th straight game, they've scored 3 goals. For the 4th straight game, Riley O'Sullivan has scored at least once. Here's Carey. Faulkner free on the right. It's all Coventry United at the moment. Squares it for Haddo. He's looking to keep his run going. It's back out with Faulkner. Doesn't get the power behind the cross. Here's Kamara. And one of the Potton players is still down. I think it's McCardle. The physio called over. So McCardle. And Joe Kent comes across. Alan Ward asked him, "Did you mean that, Joe?" Joe's saying, "Of course I meant it." Of course he would say that, wouldn't he? But in all honesty, knowing Joe Kent as I do, I think it's safe to say if he said he meant it, then he probably did. In fact, it's actually Wilson who is requiring treatment, as Harry Sawyer is getting ready to come on for Coventry United. I'd assume for Joe Smith. Donna Grundy says, "Proud mum right now, Riley, you're on fire, son." That he is. Carl Bosworth says, "Carl is playing very well, setting up everyone else. Man of the match, I say." He's definitely up there. Rob Birdie Crow says, "Come on, United, keep going." And Kev Yeru says, "Come on, Riley, bro." Wilson's still down. We've got less than 7 minutes of normal time to go. Score now, Potton United 0, Coventry United 3. Riley O'Sullivan with 2 of the goals. Joe Cairns with the other. A few scoreline changes in the Premier League. Brighton now leading Burnley 2-1. Everton now 3-1 up at home to Southampton after going 1-0 down. Aston Villa have got one back at Watford, but unfortunately Coventry City still losing 1-0 to Barnsley. That terrific late victory at home to Nottingham Forest at the CBS Arena last Sunday. And United have switched to ultra defensive mode if we're on FIFA, as Riley O'Sullivan is heading off the field. So potentially United going 5 at the back. Harry Sawyer, the right back, replacing striker Riley O'Sullivan. Joe Smith, of course, can play at centre back. So it's perfectly possible United are going for a 5-man defence. We have Tyler Haddo, Charlie Faulkner and Kyle Carey pressing forward to try and maybe get goal number 4 for the Red and Greens before the afternoon is out. But we've got 5 minutes to go. And the highlights will make for interesting reading. Make sure to check them out this evening. Here's Wilson back on his feet after that injury delay. Not a bad attempt off the head of the number 4 for Potton, Luke Pyman, but really sums up a bit of a disappointing day for Potton. I hope you can join us for the trip to Westfield next Saturday in the Emirates FA Cup preliminary qualification round. That's next Saturday at Alpay Park in Hereford. And we may well be running a supporters coach for that one, so if you are interested, please do register your interest. Sawyer with his first touch. Haddo tries to flick it over for Kyle Carey. It's Kane for a second! Every bit as emphatic as the last one. Struck sweetly on the volley, and I don't think there's any doubt he definitely meant that one. Struck sweet as a nut, smash past Irish. Well, the scoring so far this season's gone like this for United, 3-4, 3-4. Carey getting the adulation he deserves after a sweet strike on a sweet Saturday afternoon. Coventry United heading home with the points in the bag. And Joe Stadlos asking if we got it. Thankfully, we've got both of them. Joe is always the first one after the game. Before he's even had a chance to warm down, he'll come over and say, Cookie, you got my goals? He wasn't happy on Wednesday because we didn't get the highlights until Friday. He's waiting 2 days for them. He's not a patient lad, is Joe. And Harry Sawyer beautifully seeing the ball out. Shielding from Wilson. With 2 minutes of normal time to go. A few minutes of stoppages. 2 goals either side of half time for the red and green. It's been a good day. Reece Francis launches it upfield. Tyler Donaldson, the new defender, warming up along the touchline. Could see him make his Coventry United debut in the final minutes of the game. There's McCardle, dispossessed by Faulkner, and now United have Potton outnumbered again. It's Kyle Carey, cuts in, ball's just gone away from him. Thomas heroically defending, and in fact he's got the free kick as he was caught. Clearing the ball, just caught by the boot of Carey. But a softer touch from Carey would have surely set him up for a great opportunity to score United's 5th of the game. And it says everything you need to say about Coventry United, that they could just sit back, relax, defend the clean sheet, take the 4-0, but no, they want every goal they can get because you never know. At the end of the season, it could well come down to goal difference. Irish was the head of Mardy. Hooked out and onto the stand roof, as you can hear, by Harry Sawyer. Wilson with another ball is going to get us underway again. They have to wake up. They're dozing a little bit there as the ball's played back into play. And they're trying to take United's clean sheet away here. No, not on that occasion. Haddo cushions it over to Carey. Carey looking for Haddo. It's found Tyler Haddo. Looking for Joe Cairns with the hat-trick. Cairns couldn't control. Well, Haddo's record of scoring in every match this season seems to be coming to an end, but he was trying to play Cairns in for the hat-trick. Valance tracking back, preventing Butler from making the cross. And we are going to see the introduction of Tyler Donaldson, former Bedworth United centre-back. Thomas launches in and nodded away by Joe Cairns. The ball's out of play. We are going to name our CUTV player of the match today. We're going to give it to the man who claims he meant that first goal, definitely meant the second. Joe Cairns, the CUTV man of the match. And skewed over by McCardle. Francis not letting his troops slack off towards the end. And Donaldson ready to make his United debut. believe it's Joe Cairns heading off. Indeed it is. So no hat-trick for Riley O'Sullivan, no hat-trick for Joe Cairns, but they'll be happy with a brace each. They've secured the points. And Joe Cairns replaced by Tyler Donaldson, who is actually taking a place in midfield. He is normally a defender, can play anywhere across the back line, but taking a midfield slot for the final couple of minutes of added time. Francis, nodded on by Haddo. Carey couldn't bring it to feet, back with Irish. One swing with the boot later, it's somewhere else, and that is time, gentlemen, on this United Counties League Premier Division South fixture at the Hollow. Coventry United had their backs to the wall for large part of this match, but the scoreline is every bit as impressive as the performance that Coventry put in today. 2 goals from Riley O'Sullivan in the first half, 2 goals from Joe Cairns in the second half. Makes for a happy return trip for the Red and Greens. Final score in the United Counties League Premier Division South, Potton United 0, Coventry United 4. And that will do us here on CUTV for another week. We're going to try and get an interview with Joe Cairns if we can after today's game. We'll also be talking to Luke Morton, the Coventry United assistant manager. Next time we're on air here on CUTV comes on Saturday, the trip to Westfield in the FA Cup. We'll be kicking off at 5 to 3 on Saturday. And of course the highlights of today's game will be available on YouTube tonight. Once again, final score, Potton 0, Coventry 4. See you next time on CUTV.